Good morning. It is 4:30 in the morning. Why am I up this early? Well, I have to wake up early to work on my novel. And I decided that on top of that, with all the craziness and all the busyness, that I would start a YouTube channel. I'm very excited about this journey in my life. So I bought a shed, and it's nothing but the shell. And we decided to turn it into a tiny house. It is a 14 by 28. And to extend on that, there is a 6 by 14 porch on it. And it is in beautiful country at my Nana's land. Why are we turning a tiny house? Why are we turning a shed into a tiny house? Well, for one, I've always wanted to. I first saw one when I was about 19 years old, and I've wanted one ever since. Like, a tiny house was just a symbol of freedom to me, you know? And it wasn't just living minimally. For some reason, seeing people with all these videos of people living in tiny homes, it felt like freedom. And I just cannot wait to start this journey. Another reason why I wake up so early in the morning is because I love to write. I write a lot. However, I have a family and a wonderful husband who would do anything for me. And I also work two jobs. I am a food delivery person, and I clean homes. Freelance. Not a lot of homes. Right now I just have 2. That's all I have the energy for. But it helps pay the bills that I'm able to pay. And I just wanted to start this journey with you guys because I've always wanted to watch more videos of people just building on their tiny home. And every time I watch people with their tiny houses, I never get to do that very often. So I wanted to do that with you and show you my journey. I'm also going to be doing some writing sessions. And I want you guys to join in on me on that if that's something you guys are interested in. I wrote a novel once. I still have the manuscript somewhere. It's in my drawer. Part of the mess. The cleanest part of my house is probably my desk. Because, a clean area makes for a clean mind. So funny that I mentioned that manuscript because I wrote it in 2019. Was it 2019? No, 2021. Or was it 2020? Wow. How time flies. I think I'm getting old. 2020 is when I wrote it. That's right. I remember because I was homeless again at that time. Yeah. I've been homeless a lot. Not like living a bridge homeless, more like sleeping on someone's couch and helping them pay bills so I can continue to have shelter homeless. It's so funny. Every time I was homeless, I always had a job, but life just happens. Life just happens. And as we know, you can't live on just one income anymore. So it happens. And that's okay. Because I got a novel out of it, right? Which needs to be edited. And I'm also working on another novel. I was inspired by this bed and breakfast in Fort Worth. And I wanted to write a novel based off of that house. And it's so pretty. And I decided to base it in World War I because you don't get a lot of that today. You don't get a lot of that today. And I was watching, what was it called? Legends of the Fall. Oh my gosh, that was such a beautiful movie, based in Montana, but this one's going to be based in Fort Worth because I'm a Texan to the core, big head and everything. Hold on. Oh, I needed that. Okay. So, why am I building a tiny home? Other than the fact that I've always wanted to. And people always told me I was crazy for wanting to, because we want to live by social standards. And as we know, the majority does not want you to live free. And most of us are brainwashed. And most of y'all aren't. You know, most of y'all are good. And I'm so happy for you. I don't ever want you to have to live like you're in a war zone like I did most of my life. But that's just my life. And I still live adventurously and vicariously. But I'm turning a shed into a tiny home because it is what I've always wanted to do, in the way that I wanted that financial freedom. I wanted it to be on my Nana's land, because that country is beautiful. I'll make sure to send you pictures and make videos on it. And it's just, I just always wanted my own little space with my books and my laptop and my dog and my pig. Yes, I have a pig. You want to meet my pig? I gotta get her. Hold on. We're gonna meet our pig. Hold on. Give me a second. Lola. Cookie. Here she comes. Here she comes. Look. Hi, Lola. Hello. Hi, Lola. Oops. And then you see my cleaning supplies. Hi, Lola. Can you say hello? Can you say hello? No? Okay. You want a cookie? I promised a cookie, and now you're pouting. Come on. She is dirty. We got like a lot of rain yesterday, apparently, and it's wet outside, but pigs like to roll around in the mud. I give her a lot of baths, and I also have to... You going in your crate? This is her crate. She loves it in there. Can you say hello? Can you say hello? So that's Lola. She loves to live indoors. And she's a miniature Julian. And she's just my favorite thing in the whole world. Which is funny, because I originally bought her for my husband, because he always wanted a pig, which I thought was a joke. Because who brings pigs in the house? And I said, no, we're not getting a pig. I'm taking you to work. And then he starts sulking and goes, her name would have been Lola. I was like, dang it. So I got the pig to make him happy. And now she drives him nuts. She's my pig now, because I kind of like her quirky nutsiness. I don't know. There's just something about her. She's really sweet. She's a snuggy buggy too. Like I have a picture of me sitting on the couch reading a good book on my torn up little couch, and she's just snuggled up on me. It's just wonderful. So anyway, to wrap this up, hi, my name is Crystal and Faye. I am building a tiny home out of nothing but cardboard, and we are building a life out of nothing but cardboard and war money. And I like to write novels. And I hope you guys would be willing to join this journey with me. Sorry if I seem a little awkward. I'm doing this from my phone. Oh, and this is my cup. I like pretty teacups. I will not just drink out of any cup, because apparently I'm bratty. No, I just like pretty things. I like pretty things. They make me happy. They keep me moving forward. Cheers.